It's now emerging that last Friday night at State House, Nairobi, William Ruto met a group of Ford Kenya leaders and ANC leaders. And the agenda of that meeting was to convince them to fold their parties to join UDA. And we are being told that that meeting ended in chaos. There was no agreement reached. If you look at today's Taifa Leo, ndoto ya Ruto yapigwa breki. Pingamizi, vyama tanzu katika muungano tawala wa Kenya Kwanza vyataka chama kipya kabisa kuundwa badala ya kumezwa na kile cha UDA. Then on top there, Rais amekuwa na mpango wa kuunda chama kimoja cha kitaifa kabla uchaguzi mkuu wa 2027. So William Ruto has been pushing these small parties within Kenya Kwanza to dissolve their parties to join UDA. And somebody might be tempted to ask why, when they are all under the umbrella of Kenya Kwanza. Why can't they just dissolve these small parties and then they remain with Kenya Kwanza as one party? Why must they dissolve these small parties to join UDA? Before we dig deep into this, one of our fans here has brought my attention to some information that has been going viral for the better part of today. I want us to have a look at that information, for it's going to help in our analysis and discussion right now. The Bombshell Intelligence Desk bid is reporting that, number one, there is a serious split in Kenya Kwanza. Number two, President William Ruto met a section of Ford Kenya and ANC leaders led by Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi in State House, Nairobi on Friday night. 3. The meeting was attended by Ken Lusaka, Issa Timami, Omboko John Chikati, Sakwa Bunyasi, John Makali, Majimbo Kalasinga, Michael Ruhu, Abdi Yare, Kelvin Lunani, and Simeon Kamau. 4. The agenda was the merging of Kenya Kwanza parties. 5. The ANC and Ford Kenya party leadership have refused to join the UDA party, saying it's not what they agreed to. We are ready to work together, but we are not ready to join the UDA party. Maybe we form a totally new party. Omboko Milemba. 6. Ken Lusaka told the meeting that Luhya nation cannot tolerate the UDA party dictatorship. Waluhya hawataki siasa ya kusukumana, wanataka wakuwe huru kuingia vyama wanataka. Ken Lusaka. 7. William Ruto told them he's going to win 2027 with or without Luhya votes. 8. DP Rigathi Gachagua was not aware of the meeting. Planners never informed him. According to the reports, Riggy G has been branded as good for nothing, man who doing nothing to strengthen UDA. William Ruto is banking on Kithure Kindiki and Ndindi Nyoro to bag Mount Kenya votes, so declassified. That's an information that has been going viral for the better part of today. And if you compare that information and what Taifa Leo reported, they are almost saying the same thing. So it's true, last Friday night, William Ruto met ANC and Ford Kenya party leadership at State House, Nairobi. The agenda was to convince these parties to dissolve to join UDA. They refused. William Ruto told them that he will win 2027 without the Luhya votes. And when William Ruto says he will win without the Luhya votes, I'm seeing a William Ruto just telling Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi that you are free to leave. So in a nutshell, he gave them vacate notices. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand what's going on behind the scenes and what this means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? The first thing coming out clearly, William Ruto knows he has killed Mudavadi and Wetangula politically on the ground. So he sees no problem if they walk out or they stay. It's making no difference to him. After all, they are already politically irrelevant on the ground. The little support these leaders were enjoying on the ground, Ruto has already grabbed that support. So these leaders are actually a liability to him. So they are free to walk out, or if they like, they can stay. And that can expose the George Natembeya factor. Why has Natembeya been attacking Wetangula? Could it be possible that Natembeya is positioning himself to work with Ruto? That's a story for another day. But from the look of things, Ruto does not care whether Mudavadi or Wetangula walks away. Number two, I'm seeing a very disparate Mudavadi and a very disparate Wetangula who are not ready to bravely confront Ruto. They fear losing their positions in Kenya Kwanza government. They really value those positions they hold in Kenya Kwanza government. So if push comes to a shove, they will most definitely be influenced into killing their parties to join UDA. If William Ruto piles more pressure, they will dissolve their parties and they will join UDA party. They are very disparate and they are coming out as a people who don't have a plan B. That's also something I'm seeing coming out very clearly. Number three, Rigathi Gachagua is winning the war in Kenya Kwanza government. He succeeded in taming Ndindi Nyoro, and Ndindi Nyoro is no longer campaigning to dislodge him as the Mount Kenya political kingpin. We all know William Ruto has all along been behind Ndindi Nyoro, but Rigathi through his allies forced William Ruto to reign on Ndindi Nyoro, and Ndindi Nyoro calmed down, courtesy to Rigathi Gachagua's political maneuvers. And now, he's again winning the war against Mudavadi and Wetangula. There was initially this plan to create 3 deputy UDA party leaders, and we are being meant to believe that these 2 additional positions were to go to Mudavadi and Wetangula. Rigathi through his allies thwarted that again, and that plan was shelved. And that can explain why Mudavadi is now making a U-turn. They don't want to dissolve their parties. Initially, Mudavadi was very much excited about dissolving his party to join UDA. But with the news that now 3 deputies are not being created, that is what has made Mudavadi and Wetangula to make a U-turn. So it's coming out very clearly that Rigathi Gachagua is winning this war against Ruto and against Mudavadi and Wetangula. And one lesson Mudavadi and WETANGULA should learn from that, they should not play the good boys. They should not be seen to be very polite and very good. Let them use the same strategy Rigathi has been using. Rigathi has been unleashing his foot soldiers to attack Ruto. Mudavadi is silent, pretending to be very good. Same to WETANGULA. They should not be seen to be good. William Ruto wants leaders who can confront him. That's the only way wataishimiana. Power is never given. It's always grabbed. Rigathi is clearly grabbing the Kenya Kwanza power. I'm also seeing a William Ruto who will never support Mudavadi or WETANGULA. He'll never support them. If William Ruto rules and is now retiring, he will most definitely support somebody from the mountain. Even if not necessarily regarding Gachagua, Ruto will still support somebody from the mountain. So the power will still continue rotating between the Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. And it's high time Kenyans open their eyes to see clearly and to understand that ethnic domination by the Kalenjins and by the Kikuyus. Anytime William Ruto goes to Western, he creates this impression that he will support somebody from Western, and mostly Musalia Mudavadi. All these are political machinations meant to wink the Mulembe nation into supporting Ruto. The truth of the matter, Ruto will not support any Luya leader. What Ruto is interested in is to confuse the Luya nation into supporting him. When his time expires, when he's to leave, he'll most definitely support somebody from the mountain. And even if he fails to support somebody from the mountain, the Kalenjin ground and the Kikuyu ground will most definitely support somebody from the two regions. They will pull on William Ruto what the mountain pulled on Uhuru Kenyatta. So Kenyans should and must wake up. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment. Let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like.